What's going on? It's the RapNerd, and I'm here today to talk about yet another childhood cartoon turned horror movie called Popeye the Slayer Man. And this takes place in a small town where a spinach factory has been abandoned for a few decades because all of the people are in fear of going to this place because they feel it's haunted by the spirit of Popeye the Sailor Man. And of course, as you see with these movies, a group of young adults wants to go to this place to explore it, to see if the legend is real, and they soon find out it is. So I'm going to start here and say, if you're watching this review, obviously that means you know what to expect from this film, and you know that these types of films are very ridiculous. So I'm going to say that off rip, that I'm not going to put this movie in the category of good because it's just too ridiculous to say that, but I wanted to start right there so folks don't think that I think that this movie is some type of masterpiece, because I ain't gonna lie, I really enjoyed it. Is it ridiculous? Yes, but it's a whole lot of fun, and I'm gonna get into the reasons why it is that way if you are into these type of films. Now, it's no secret that these childhood turned horror films are a big trend right now ever since Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, but I'm not gonna front, a lot of them are not good. They just aren't. For me personally, these movies have to check off a few boxes for me to even like them or talk about them. And first of all, they have to actually sound like movies. You have to be able to hear the dialogue clearly and crisply. It has to have sound effects and these type of things at a certain standard level. And it also has to look like a movie visually. I've seen some of these films where it just looks like somebody shot it with a 4K and then put the motion smoother on it. There's no type of cinematic qualities about it at all. So this movie checks both of those boxes, and for that reason, it is watchable. And another reason I really liked it and enjoyed it is because they actually tried to do something with the lore of Popeye here. Again, it's ridiculous, of course, but just the idea of having an abandoned spinach factory having to do with Popeye. And on top of that, this factory is next door to docks where boats and things are. So a lot of it does make sense if this were really the origin tales of a horror flick. Because honestly, if you were to take Popeye out of the equation and just make it its own original thing, it would actually work. And I can appreciate the writers, the directors, and the cast and crew for actually trying to make a real film. So obviously, all of the characters in this movie are on one note. You have your stereotype characters as usual. You have the good guy, you have the good girl, you have the asshole crew, blah, blah, blah. You can expect that here as you do with a lot of slasher movies. And everybody does an okay job, I guess. I'm not gonna pump my fist for anyone's performance because I don't think anyone did incredibly, but it gets the job done to make it watchable. We're here to watch Popeye the Sailor Man in horror format, and he is a star of the show here. Number one, the prosthetics and makeup that they have for Popeye, A1. This shit is terrifying. If you just look at this guy's face and just the structure of it, disgusting. And they even have the big ass forearms and all of that with the prosthetics, and it all works out in live action. Like if you seen that dude walking down the street, you would peel out. I know I would. I don't know what you would do, but if I seen this guy, I'm out of there. And as I mentioned earlier, they really utilize what you know from the cartoon with Popeye here in a lot of different and interesting ways that I appreciated. I was like, okay, I see y'all giving a little bit more thought to this. I like that. And along with the prosthetics, I think the special effects are really good. The gore is all in camera and practical. So for those folks who don't like VFX and are 100% with practical, you will get your taste buds treated here because they do everything practically. And the opening kill scene lets you know what type of violence you are in for, and it does not back down at all. As I said before, just like they utilize some things from the Popeye cartoon with the lore of the story, they also utilize some of that stuff in some pretty gnarly kills that are jaw-dropping. Without spoiling anything, just think about the things that Popeye deals with in his cartoons, with his big forearms, him being a sailor with anchors, the spinach cans, the smoke pipe. It all gets used. And that's what really makes it watchable, because the production design is at the standard of what you would see at kind of like a lower tier slasher movie. And personally, that's all I went into this thing expecting. I definitely didn't expect for no Oscar-worthy performances or some brilliantly written story. I just wanted to see if it made sense, because when I saw that design, I was like, this shit is creepy. I have to watch what is going to happen in this film. And I'm not going to lie, it delivered. Do I think it's great? Absolutely not, but it is entertaining, and I will watch it again just because of how ridiculous, over the top, and funny it is to have a flip on a childhood character in this manner, man. What can I say? I have shitty taste. And if I had to compare it to any of the cartoon turned horror films that have released, it would be the first Blood and Honey. It's a lot like that one, where you have characters in one place trying to get away from this character and he's just mowing through people. Only difference is the kill count is less because it's just one character, but you still get enough kills to have your thirst quenched if you're looking for some gore candy, as many say in the horror community. So if you've seen the film, let me know in the comments what you thought. Let me know what your favorite kill is. Mine, personally, is the one with the anchor. And my other one is Gallagher. And if you know, you know what I mean. And of course, if you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, thank you. And until next time, peace.
RapNerd Productions, no capping, that's word to mommy. Instead of banking on it, now rapping is just a hobby.